Lewellen here, and we are going to rock off a wonderful What's Working Now on Tuesday, which is apparently now the new Monday. So actually, we do these every Monday. We couldn't do it yesterday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, so thanks for chiming in here on Tuesday. We got some really cool stuff to talk about. I want to talk about a campaign that I launched in about, let's see, the last 2 years, and what I learned from it regarding email. So that's what we're going to do here real quick, so stay with us as we learn more.
I'm Trey Lewellen, and over the last 6 months, I've hacked over 40 top-performing funnels by some of the most elite online companies in the world. And the best part? I recorded everything. Join me as I uncover the deepest secrets in the online world and reveal how to cash in using their techniques. Discover it all by visiting MrOnIt.com/masterclass today.
All right, so crazy story, right? So first off, we launched lots of campaigns all the time, and we did this really big email campaign where we were going out and renting lists and having a ball with it, to where we would go out, rent email lists, and then we would send it to our offers, depending on which offer was working at the time. And we still rent email lists to this day, which is pretty cool that it still works. So make sure you try that out. So while we're doing this, we also have affiliates that are guys who own just massive databases of lists, which is really cool. So where do they get their lists? That's the first kind of crazy thing. So they're getting lists from your credit card companies, such as Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover. So where is the most, if you're going to fill out an application, with that application, what application are you going to give your most valid email address? It's usually with bank accounts and credit cards. And so that's kind of what we learned was these guys who were sending massive volumes of email traffic, that's where they're getting a lot of their lists, is from these credit cards. They're buying them from Visa. Visa is selling these guys the email addresses, the phone numbers, their addresses. Well, these guys just want email addresses. So here's the cool thing and crazy thing about when you rent an email address. So maybe you guys have gone to, there's lots of them, but I don't know one offhand. We're basically a website that sells email addresses. You can go get them for really, really inexpensive to buy them. But the bad thing is you'll notice one thing happens, is you get a lot of spam complaints, you get a lot of unsubscribes, they don't know who the heck you are, and it usually goes to their spam account. So it doesn't really work effectively. And when we're doing these campaigns, I always like to watch, okay, how do these guys make it work? How do they get the clicks? How do they get the CTRs, the conversion rates? How do they make it work when they're going out and buying these big lists from Visa and MasterCard when people don't know who they are? They're getting emails for the first time. It's going into their spam inbox, and they're unsubscribing. So how does that all work? So here's what I want you to watch, and here's what I want you to understand, and kind of take kind of an open view, if you will, on this approach. So a lot of people have trouble with copy. They'll come to us for mentoring, and they'll say, hey, you know what, the one thing that I'm having the most trouble with is copywriting. And so they'll ask, where do I go to find copy? Because a lot of the places that they look is they're looking at their inbox. They're looking at their first inbox that shows all the people that they've said yes to, I want to receive your email. So of course they're on the priority inbox. With Gmail, you have usually the promotions tab, the inbox, and all that cool stuff. But what I like to actually watch is I like to watch the spam inbox. So not the inbox, not the promotions, the spam. Here's why. Is those people who are getting into your spam folder, they have to try the hardest, right? They have to work the hardest to not only get an open on an email, but then to deliver a click. So their subject line has to be on point and their copy has to be on point. Because for somebody to just kind of browse through spam, something really has to capture your attention, which has to be that headline. And then once you open that, the copy needs to grab your attention to create the click. So what I like to do is when I'm looking for headline ideas, when I'm looking for copy ideas, I don't look in my inbox, I don't look in my promotions, I actually go to my spam folder. Because think about it. They have to work so much harder to drive that click, to get that conversion, because they're coming from an unknown. I don't know this person. I don't know who the name is, right? So how do you do that? So I just went grabbed some stuff. I opened my email. I'm like, okay, let me check out what my recent spam is just of today. So here's some kind of cool things that I'm getting hit with that I thought, that's some pretty good headlines. Like, because these guys have to try really hard. So one thing that we're seeing is they're using a lot of like emojis in the subject line. So when's the last time that you guys sent out an email and tried emojis? Because that's going to be obviously recognized inside of all these other little subject lines. So I really like that. The other one that is kind of hidden is brackets, last call, brackets. That's kind of cool. I saw one in here that I really liked. Oh, I like this one. So this one comes from Mr. Emmanuel Bin. That's probably from Africa. But I like the subject line. His subject line is your abandoned package for delivery. I opened that one. I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Let's see. Best card for you, transfer your balance. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty good. All I need is a yes or a no, please. I like that one. Let's see. That one's a broken heart. So they got broken hearts. So let's see if I see any other ones. But those are pretty good, right? What's going on? Oh, everybody's joining. So we got Wes on here. We got David. We got John. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you joining here, which is cool. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. So here's the biggest challenge for you guys is go and try to look in. Oh, this is a cool one. They have Fire Flames, which is clearance right now. Pre-stuffed stockings must go. That's pretty cool. Let's see. That one's come twice now. Needing help, please respond. Let's see. See if I see any other cool ones on here. But yeah, that's what I do. I'll go through these and then I look at the copy. Crazy idea, right? Not a lot of people look at that. So here's the thing. Here's the biggest takeaway is a couple things. First thing is you want to make sure you're looking in your spam folder and not your inbox and promotions. I find the best subject lines, just some of the ones I just read off to you guys, in my spam folder, especially when I'm having a lot of trouble, like looking for ideas and looking for new ways to promote some stuff, to get that open. Because that's the biggest thing, like emails becoming increasingly harder with opens decreasing, clicks decreasing. So you need to create some sort of state in the person's mind in order for them to open the email. And then after they open, to click the email. So that's really cool. That's just a cool little concept, little nugget that I always use to go back and look at new headlines and new copy. But here's the other thing is, we are on a call today. So on Tuesdays, kind of cool, is we have our Commerce Kings mastermind calls. And that's where people who are doing things just like you, where they're building stores, they're building products, and they're looking to launch it really, really well and really fast. And that's what we're really, really good at. We're really good at building a optimized funnel. I actually call them reactive funnels, to where you're taking and you're squeezing all the juice out, basically all the money, out of the person to where there's no pennies left, right? And that's why I call it a reactive funnel, because it works in such a way that no matter where they turn or where they go, it creates an offer that fits their needs. Because some people are willing to pay more money than others, but you also want to capture them. So let's say you're selling, a pound of coffee, and someone's willing to pay $20 for that pound, but then someone else might not be willing to pay 20, but they can afford 10. So how do you grab both customers? We figured that out. Secondly is, what about continuity? What about recurring income? I think the best and coolest thing that we do is recurring income. We go through tens to 20, different types of continuity programs through our reactive funnels, allowing people to become subscribed to recurring programs. Pretty cool, right? But not only that, most recurring programs, they have an opt-in, I'll subscribe to this at about a 2 to 3% of what we've seen across the board. With our reactive funnels, we're seeing around a 12 to 15% take rate. And no, that's not with dollar-free trials, or dollar trial or a free trial. That's a full charge of $200 today for a year's program. Like, that's what we're doing, and it's absolutely amazing. So here's the question. If you have a product, if you have a niche that you're working on, if you have a Shopify store, or if maybe you're off on Amazon and you're ready to get off, here's the big call to action. there's a link above this video that you can click on. You can apply. There's an application that you tell us a little bit about you. You know about who we are and what we do now. And so you can fill out an application, tell us who you are, what you're doing, what you're looking to do, and let's see if we can connect. Let's see if we can make big things happen for your product, for your store, and where you're going with your business for, not only the last quarter of 2017, but the beginning of 2018. Because I don't know about you, but we're going to dominate. We're going to absolutely crush 2018, and I'm excited to do so. But what I'm more excited would be to do it with you. So click that link above. My name's Trey Lewellen. I appreciate you guys watching today's What's Working Now. I'll see you guys next week, Monday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.